Science lab, make a joyful noise.
I make a joyful noise in the morning while I'm yawning. A joyful noise in the morning, keep the blessings coming. A joyful noise in the morning while I'm yawning. A joyful noise in the morning, keep the blessings coming. A joyful noise in the morning while I'm yawning. A joyful noise in the morning, keep the blessings coming. A joyful noise in the morning while I'm yawning. A joyful noise in the morning, keep the blessings coming.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, what's going on, bro? How you feeling? Good to see
Feel
you.
great. Yeah, feel great. Feel wonderful. It's great to see you as well. You know what I'm saying? Happy holidays to everybody tuning in.
Triple D.
We closing out the year properly with another broadcast coming live to you all, whether you tuning in right now or you're tuning in whenever you're tuning in. We're super duper thankful that you decided to tune in. So you know what I'm saying? I'm Asante Amin.
I'm Shen Lo, and you
And we're
already know.
together with a soul science lab.
Yes,
And
sir.
so, bro, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people know us, some may not, but we're basically musicians, visionaries, educators, philosophers,
Yep.
Architects of sound and philosophy
Yes,
for
sir.
our culture, you dig? That's kind of what we do. But today, maybe let the people know why we've gathered.
Well, every time we're dropping something new, every time we're bringing a new vibe into the world, it's always important for us to just touch the people, clear the air, let them know what we're doing, and to just share a piece of our work, share a piece of our world with everyone. So today we're dealing specifically with the release of the music video for Withering Flowers. And this is the third single we're releasing off of the forthcoming Make a Joyful Noise Volume 1 project coming out right at the top of 2023.
True indeed. Withering flowers. So we just did a little promo, but we had in the morning that dropped in the summertime. Then we dropped Black Love. As the summertime was exiting, because we understood that cuddle season was approaching. You dig? So we wanted to drop that Black Love to remind people how to get into the season. And then
Right.
closing out the year, we dropping Withering Flowers, which has to do all with the transitioning of seasons. The fact that in wintertime things look like they're dying. But really, it's an opportunity to be reborn, and you can't have that rebirth without the death. And so, essentially, that's what the song is about. And we've talked a little bit about this song and how it came into fruition, but we're just gonna give everybody more insight.
Yeah.
And just so people know, this was a composition, an arrangement I produced years ago, maybe
Right.
6 or 7 years ago at this point. Um, and sometimes you just got to plant seeds and then they blossom in due season. When I created the track, we didn't have adequate experience or perspective about what the song needed to be, but
Right.
I knew it had to do with I've called it Withering Flowers since I created it,
Yeah.
because it sounded like the changing of seasons. But
Right.
other than that, I didn't have any lyrics. I just always loved the song. I used to just cruise around to it, on gray days, just like put it on and reflect. And I shot it to you.
Yep.
And then of course, you know what I'm saying? You're a master wordsmith. You super nice at what you do. So you know, you came back with some lyrics, some really dope, thought-provoking lyrics that to me captured the feeling I was conveying musically. But maybe you could talk a little
Word.
bit about even how you got into your subject matter, because your verse has some fire quotables and just all of that stuff that rappers have, but it's just poetry.
Nah, I appreciate that for real, for real. We work hard at this, you know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
Cats think you just wake up one day, you know what I mean, and say some bars in the mic and that's it. I mean, some people do that.
Right.
Shoot, at this point they got AI doing it, but I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm focusing, I'm
Right.
meditating, you know, on the track and thinking through the subject and how it's hitting me, man. And the first thing I think about when I think about Withering Flowers and even the sound of the track, it reminded me or inspired me, like Gil Scott Heron's Winter in America. If you know, is an album called Winter in America, Gil Scott Heron. If you don't know, you should definitely check it out. And it's something that is really super relevant and kind of hardwired into my DNA because of some life experiences I've had. And Winter in America is all about Black people consistently facing winter in America. Like it's just winter all the time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Lord of the Rings, they'd be like, yo, winter is coming. Be like, man, winter just stays for us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's winter is harsh. Winter a lot of times is difficult. Winter is cold. And so that was kind of like one of the starting points, you know. And then when you were like, man, withering flowers, I'm like, yeah, man, when the winter, the flowers wither, things dry up, things die. But even with it being winter and us being dormant and going through harsh situations, conditions, is critical at this point in our growth, development, and experience on this planet to be reborn and to regenerate and to bloom again. You know, because definitely without a doubt, you know, and I say it in the rhyme, it's like the seeds of our existence, at least in this, I say in this modern world, you know, a lot of times have been planted in poison soil. You know what I'm saying? So when the flowers bloom, you know, the flowers have difficulty growing and developing to reach their full potential. But I think that's transforming right now, which is why this song is so relevant. So that's a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Let the people listen to it and even derive their own interpretations. But yeah, and you know, as always, man, it's like whenever you're trying to communicate these ideas, it's really important to communicate them with like swag, with sauce, you know what I'm saying, with texture and like you said, make it thought provoking and then just make it nice to listen to. And so that's where I was coming from, bro. You know, like what you created inspired me deeply, as you can see. Like it took me to a space and pulled that out of me. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro. And then I know you came through. Came through. I mean, one after lacing the production, and you know, let's start there. You know what I mean? Like what were you actually feeling that inspired you to create this track in the moment that you did? You know, because it does have a very specific kind of like feeling and texture. So was there something you were going through that inspired?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's a great question. So, I mean, I am a jazz musician at heart. I'm an
Yeah.
instrumentalist at heart. So, I'm definitely rooted in those producers who are constantly inspired by jazz records. You know, listening to really groundbreaking jazz records, and one of the samples from this album is a song called Black Narcissist. And the song Black Narcissist, when I, you know, it's everything about jazz music I love. It's, you know, dark chords, nice chord progressions. And it's perfect. I always say it's perfect, like melancholy music. It's perfect music to be moody to be in your feelings to be deeply introspective to. And one of my teachers used to always say Black people were more in touch with their inward sensitivities when they listen to instruments, right? And if you listen to if you listen to John Coltrane, Charlie Parker, Sonny Stitt, Ella Fitzgerald, when you listen to this music, the sound of human breath against, you know, metal and wood and wind and string, played by masters, it illuminates certain colors in the mind and the heart that are totally kind of erased in a digital age or digital landscape. So the human being right now, if you're only limited to synthetic sounds,
Mm-hmm.
you're missing out on a plethora of nuances and colors in your heart and mind that
Mm-hmm.
could only be kind of inaugurated and opened up through organic expressions of like humans. And
Mm-hmm.
these things correspond with what's happening in nature too.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Right. So, I say all that to say that this record inspired me and it sounded really moody and introspective and kind of melancholy. But that reminded me of wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
reminded
Mm-hmm.
me of what we emotionally go through. Many people experience winter blues.
Yeah. True.
The sun is not out as much, and
Yep.
just um, episodes of like depression and these kind of things are a lot higher in the wintertime, and it does parallel with what we see outside with trees becoming barren,
Yeah.
leaves floating away, flowers withering up. But you go through enough cycles, you figure out how to hack it. You
Right.
figure out, well, what do I need to do emotionally? How do I need to talk to myself? And then the wintertime is just one of four seasons. And
Right.
then we know right after wintertime is spring,
Spring.
which is one of the most beautiful times of year because life comes back. And so you experience these cycles enough. When you come to the wintertime of your life, you know to
Yeah.
fret not.
Yep.
You know, this is hard, this is difficult. The sun is not shining, but the sun will shine in the morning. The tree will uh, bloom again. The flower will blossom again. I just have to hold tight and
Yep.
plant proper seeds for
Yep.
that time. So that's what I felt and experienced listening to that song. And it was like, even just without lyrics, the concept of a withering flower with that music, it was like highly therapeutic to me.
Yeah.
And then I took a few other elements, some live and other samples, and I wanted to create something that wasn't so clean and
Mm-hmm.
clear, but something that sounded textured and nuanced.
Mm.
So it's a lot of different textures from beginning to end, from the sound of wind and rain, to just little sound bites like Maya Angelou,
Right.
to
Yeah.
a really iconic piano introduction. And then, of course, we had our phenomenal vocalist join us on that. K
Yep.
Money Bags, you did.
Come on.
What I mean? Karen, we had Moses on there, and I think Matt is on there.
Yep.
Warren comes through with some piano playing. David Rosenthal is weeping like a willow, and it sounds like a weeping willow to me on a guitar.
Mm.
And I play some sax. You come through with some bars, and so to me, it's like, I don't know. The song is like it's like a ill hip hop lullaby.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah, bro.
a ill
Like,
hip hop lullaby.
yeah, like could be a nursery rhyme, could be like you said,
Right.
yeah, a lullaby, and it definitely feels, it feels warm. Even with the melancholy feeling, even with the connections to the blues and the winter,
The
and even a little
blues.
bit of
Yeah.
sadness, it's
Yeah.
like it's still comfortable, it's still cozy, it's still
Yeah.
warm, and
Yeah.
it's still embracing, like you're saying. It's that reassurance that, like, yo, it's wintertime, it's cold, it's a little harsh, but the sun's coming out tomorrow. The sun is going to shine another day. um we
Our
say
voice
peace
is
and
our
love.
lives. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, peace and love to you too. Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, but that's a perfect kind of like synopsis. And it's funny, with the end of the year, we've been doing a lot. I feel like with this song, we wanted to make sure we released it and we got it out.
Right.
We haven't had a chance via social media maybe to hop into it as much as uh other songs.
Right.
But it's in the world now, and I feel like it's going to be a great conversation piece. And for me, the song is about like mental health too,
Yes.
and just
Yes.
how to cope, and just like macro level perspective. Even the last refrain of even in the dark, reaching for the sunlight,
Yep.
traveling the stars, dreaming in the moonlight, hidden in the dark. God is working all night.
Yep.
Everything is fine.
Right.
Everything is
Everything
all
is all
right.
right.
Yeah, seasons will come, seasons will change,
Change.
flowers will grow, not stay
Not
the
stay the
same.
same.
What exists now, destined to
Destined to
pass
pass
away,
away.
but flowers will grow again once seasons
Seasons
change.
change. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so I was like,
Fire.
to me, that's like that's that's what we're trying to say and what I want people to leave with. But yeah, without further ado, our brother Wave Vision,
Yeah.
Tremello,
Come on.
blessed us one more again. Got to give a shout out to him. He's done all three of our videos you dig so far. So
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a good guy.
Nah, he's doing amazing work. And man, I remember the day. It's so crazy, man. The day that we shot this, and we were literally in the midst. I felt like we were living in the world of the song, because we were just in the park and the leaves were literally falling. The wind is blowing. It's fall. It's a little gloomy out, but the sun is peaking. It's cold.
Yeah.
But it was it was the environment, the feeling of the actual song, which I think comes through in the video. And even you were like, yo, we need to release this joint during the fall winter period. And I was like, should we? It's like, of course, this is alignment, you know, so that it really does align with what we're talking about. You know what I mean?
And people could be in the, you know, people are going through that right now, so they can kind of appreciate it. Yeah. So, you know, without further ado, let's premiere Withering Flowers.
Withering Flowers.
Words are things. You must be careful about the words you use, or the words you allow to be used in your house. In the Old Testament, we are told in Genesis that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. That's in Genesis. Words are things. You must be careful.
Flowers that started off in the womb ain't never see the sun enough to summon they full bloom. Cause maybe where we farming the gardens are really tombs. The soil is full of poison, we working with broken tools. But yo, even though they trample our land with they feet, they never thought a rose would ever grow in the concrete. They uproot and shoot us and waste our petals in the street. The blood of the crucified shall rise to set us free. We overdue from being the pinnacle to being at the bottom of the world of material. And I'm an alchemist that's created to manifest. It's life after death, something out of the nothingness. It's beauty and ugliness, rewarding the challenges. The sweet sound of joy is so much louder in silences. And this is what balances the scale of injustices. Collapse under weight of all the flowers is withering. These withering flowers, withering flowers, withering flowers, withering flowers, withering flowers. Moving through the world like leaves and branches on trees. Reaching toward the light and blooming toward destiny. Beauty's everywhere but you too jaded to see. Faded, concentrated on what's not memories. Autumn caught them green, becoming yellow and brown. The seasons steady changing, petals settling down. The flowers losing color, petals fall all around. Returning to the soil for new seeds in the ground. Moving through the world like leaves and branches. Forgetting who I am, I seem to panic. Remember who I am, I take advantage. Imagine, I speak it, it happens in secret like magic. The concrete I shatter, wither in the wintertime. Life and death are neighbors separated by the thinnest line. Wasting precious time, so obsessed with the finish line. Rebirth is guaranteed after you finish dying, after you finish. Withering flowers, withering flowers, withering flowers, withering flowers, withering flowers.
Fire, bro.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, man.
Fire,
It's
bro.
like a visual meditation, you know.
Yeah, very, 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 very much so. Like the visual definitely comes across like what you described the first time you know were creating a track. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it just kind of like, yeah, they just connect, they meld, man. I'm excited, you know, to hear and see what people think. There's a I was talking to my man Gabe, Gabe, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, big homie Gabe, and he was texting me. He was like, man, it's so crazy and so dope that you all appreciate it. Our voices, our lives. Definitely appreciate that love. But brother Gabe was like, man, he said, I noticed y'all left the instrumental, up on the release, the deluxe release of Withering Flowers. And he's like, I can't confirm or deny
Mm-hmm.
that it inspired me to write a 16 of my own based on, you know,
Mm.
based on how y'all came on the track. So I was like, okay, nah, but that's what this is all about. Like as we were coming from the gym this morning, you said something that was really profound. You were like, that one of your roles and objectives and purposes in life is to always remain inspired so that you can
Mm.
inspire others. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And this piece right here is definitely one of those kind of inspirational pieces that helps you dig deep, and during this time, because it's the end of the year, like you said, it's winter time, and for a lot of people, this time is hard. Like you're
Yeah.
reflecting on like, what did I do? What didn't I do? What have I gained? What have I
Mm.
lost? You know what I'm saying? And it's difficult to go outside, you know what I'm saying? But you got to remember that springtime is coming.
Yeah, bro. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming, man. And that's a really great note to just remain positive and
Mm-hmm.
to remain hopeful
Mm-hmm.
about
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
next year that's coming. It's crazy. A new year is just two weeks away.
It's
And
crazy, bro.
everybody's gonna be talking about, Happy New Year's and
Right,
their New
right,
Year,
right.
what they call it, new
Right. New year, new you, New Year's resolution.
yeah, New Year's New Year's resolution, and which I always, shit, it's always a good time to do the right thing,
Yep.
but so we always got to remain hopeful and know that tomorrow can be better than today, but
Yep.
only if we willing to put in the work. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't really have much else to offer.
Yeah.
Just want to thank our voices, our lives. I hope I got that correct.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for tuning in and thank you for interacting. And
Mm-hmm.
again, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, in no particular order,
Right,
right?
right, right.
No particular. I just said it in the order they happen. Okay, all
Right,
right, y'all be
right,
cool.
right.
And everybody just be safe and thank you all. You have any closing remarks for the people?
Nah, just peace and love. Just make sure you plant your seeds in fertile soil. Because your harvest will definitely be determined by the seeds that you planted the season before. So
I like
yeah.
that.
Nah,
Yeah.
let's just remember. Nah, I love it though, man. Peace and love to all the people.
Peace and love. Thank you all so much. We'll holler when we holler. Later.
Peace.